Welcome back to another episode of the Educated and the Reckless podcast with your host, Apollo P.
No better, Nina.
And we are back with another glorious episode that educates you with our reckless rhetoric.
Yes.
You think that works? You like that? Do you like that?
That works. Yeah. Did you come up with that on the spot?
Yeah, I came up with that on the spot.
Pretty good.
I'll try it again next week and see if it still have the same oomph. But yeah. So how you been?
I've been good. I finished last week, so I was doing, I don't know if I talked about it on here, but I was doing the Chloe Ting like workout challenge because everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a feeling that it might not necessarily do that much for me because like I'm kind of advanced when it comes to working out. And so I tried it anyways, and I was not impressed at all with my results.
Mm-hmm.
I lost some inches around my waist, which is cool, but it could also be because I was doing that body contouring as well from that business that we promote. So it could be from that. But then I lost like my ass. Like it's like
I thought you said wasn't the Chloe thing like workout for lower body?
Yeah, it was supposed to work your waist and your ass, but like I guess because whatever exercises she was making us do, like it wasn't hard enough for me. Like every time I worked on my lower body, I didn't feel anything. Like the next day was not sore. Even with my abs, really, I never really was sore at all during this 25-day challenge. So this week I decided to go back to my old routine, but I have good news.
What's that?
So I live in Vaughan, which is in New York region, which is going into stage 3 on Friday, which means my gym is opening. So I'm pretty excited about that. However, I was speaking to this guy who works at the gym that I know, which you also know as well, Michael. And he used to work at Vibe. Yeah. So yeah. So I was speaking to him and I was asking him like, what's the new protocol going to be? And he was basically saying, so mind you, my gym's a 24-hour gym, but because they're like limiting the amount of people who can come in and shit, it's only going to be, you're only allowed to work out from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. instead of 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you have to book online. You have to wear a mask when you go to the bathroom and when you walk in, but not when you work out, which doesn't really make sense to me. So
it doesn't make sense to me either. But
yeah. And then you can only work out for an hour, which I don't think my asthma is going to have a good time with. So we'll see how this goes.
You can only work out for an hour?
Yep. So,
you can get a solid workout in an hour. I do 30-minute workouts every other day. So
you could. I go slow because I like to lift heavy. Mm-hmm. So like I go slow, and then like with my whole breathing shit, like I don't want to rush it. So I don't know. I'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not gonna go right away though. I'm gonna wait 2 weeks and see.
You know what? Give yourself a. Did you have the app called Tabitha Timer?
No.
Get yourself the Tabitha Timer. It can help with the workouts in terms of, focusing how much time you want to work out versus the rest times, and it kind of keeps you on point. And it helps.
What's it called? Tap with the timer?
No, Tabitha Timer.
Oh, Tabitha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it's called. Tabitha Timer. Yeah. But I use it every other day. And it helps me do my 30-minute workouts like exact. And I'm still like exhausted. I get like 40 seconds of work.
You're doing like HIIT style.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I don't think it's really HIIT because HIIT, you need more rest time when you do a HIIT because HIIT is you're supposed to deplete yourself to the utmost and then give yourself time to rest.
I thought you're only supposed to deplete yourself for like, when I do HIIT, I do like, because with Chloe Ting and this other girl, Pilates that I do, when I do HIIT with them, it's like 45 seconds to a minute of working out, and then anywhere between 5 to 15 seconds of rest.
But think about that. If you worked out to the max, you think 5 to 15 seconds of rest is really going to bring back energy that you just depleted? No, exactly. So it's not really HIIT.
I thought you were saying the other way around. My bad.
Yeah. It's not really HIIT, but
yeah,
it's more of a it's intense. It's an intense workout. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
It's not like high interval intense shit like that.
Well, it does something, which is good. Yeah. Mine just made me lose my ass. So I'm here trying to get it back. And yeah, we're going to see how that goes. I worked on it today. I did my own routine, back to my own hour-long routine, or yesterday I worked on it, and I'm sore today, so that's good. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did. What did you do last week?
I think I did something that I showed you.
You went on a plane.
Yeah, there we go. I can't. I totally forgot. Yeah, I went on a plane. My homie's a pilot. He's been trying to be a pilot since high school, so he had gotten his wings like a few years ago anyways. But I remember this is my second time going on the plane with him. The first time I didn't really have Instagram, and it was like 2012. So I was out in Oshawa anyways with another friend, and then he was already out there, and then he had took us on a plane. But this time around, we all the friends, all the homies got together, and we just drove out to Oshawa. We got on that plane, and we took a little, tour around the city of Toronto a
Yeah, it
little
looked
bit. Like,
cool.
yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool. You would think it's kind of scary, but like once you're in there and once you get off with liftoff, it's kind of like smooth sailing. And my friend's a pilot, so he knows what he's doing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
it was. It was. Hopefully that a lot of people, some people hit me up, some people hit up the other friends that were on there, and he's gonna see if you could try to make like some of a business during the quarantine time.
Yeah, that'd be good. That's what I was gonna say. Like, does he
Yeah.
charge people to like go on tours? Like, how does that kind of work? But that'd be a good idea.
You gonna get they gonna get the resale price. I got
Got the
I got
exclusive.
I got the exclusive.
You know what you should do the next time you start talking to a girl is
Yeah.
you should not tell her that your friend is the pilot and take her on a date on this elaborate date for like a tour across the city. That'd be so cool. I would like that. Someone tell my boyfriend.
You thinking. You know what? I'm on dating apps, right? And I really don't like having girls see my profile before they actually see me in person, because either it kind of just stays on Instagram and I'm like, yeah, I'm not really interested no more. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Just once you get me on Instagram, it's like, what was the point of this, right?
Yeah.
Give me your number, bro. And then, but yeah. So when you see that, like some people will see my Instagram and be like, oh, wow, you do a lot. Or if I saw the Instagram first, I probably wouldn't talk to you because you be doing a lot. And I'm like, God damn. Some people say that. Some people be like, yo, you do a lot. You got your hands and everything. I see you always doing something. I'm like,
maybe they just want you to pay attention to them all the time. So they don't want you to do anything. They just want you to work a 9 to 5, but then have all the time in the world for them.
Yeah, man, fuck out of here. But yeah, and also at the same time, girls want to see your Instagram to kind of see like how you
more
move.
Of you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like,
and all that stuff.
Hey man, I'm straight to the point. Send me that number. You got an iPhone. I'm gonna FaceTime you. If you don't look like a picture, I'm gonna be disappointed. That's all.
I'm so happy. Like literally, when I see these things on social media, these discussions, I'm just so happy that I don't have to fucking do that anymore. Like looking back at it, it's like being like a peasant. Like I was a peasant and now I'm like a queen.
Yeah. And you lucky. Cause I'm out here like.
Yeah, I finally. Well, this was the first last year. Let's also remember that. Yeah. Like I was still a peasant last year, and you were like a king.
No, I was still single last year. I was still single.
But you were like basically in a relationship, just without the title.
I had options.
Yeah. Anyways, real quick before we jump into the other stuff. So our friend DJ Reddy Fox has created some t-shirts for the Black Lives Matter movement, which you guys should definitely check out. They're very unique, one of a kind. Nobody else has done this design. They're cheap. They're only $20. So I suggest you guys support him. We will put that link in the show notes as well as our YouTube description. But yeah, you guys should definitely check them out.
Exactly. All right. Show support during these times of support.
Yes, and exclusively for Black people, because the first line on it says, I think it says, I am Black or something. So yeah, exclusively for Black people. So yeah, you guys go and get that.
Join the movement.
Yes.
All right. Now there's a lot of things going on. I saw this. All right, hold on. First off, since we're in Toronto, I think this is big news that we should address slightly.
I already know what you're gonna say.
That chair girl.
I knew it.
Shout. You know what? I just gotta. She beat she got charged obviously, but she got a lesser charge than a lot of people expected.
Well, so she got probation, 2 years probation.
Yeah.
150 hours of community service and a $2,000 fine. And who was there to pick her up as soon as the court was done?
I saw Chromas in the CV24s. I was like, was that Chromas?
That was such a fucking publicity stunt. I was dying when I saw this. I'm like, what the fuck? When did they become friends? Who decided to be friends with each other? Like, when did this even happen? Like, that was hilarious. But I was watching one of their stories, like, after that was posted, because I was like, oh, so I went on their profile. I can't remember whose. Mm-hmm. And you know what? These bitches are so, like, just dumb. Like, like they're posting snap or Insta stories like, oh, like just got freed up, like blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, you didn't kill nobody. You're not a
Yeah.
real thug. Like cut it
Mhm.
out. Like you weren't in jail. Like they're acting as if she did like something so like I don't know, they're just acting as if it's so much bigger than what it was. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I think both these girls are very, very pretty. Like I think
Mhm.
very pretty girls, but they're stupid. Like
Oh,
people
yeah, most definitely, most definitely. But hold on, that chair girl, is she even native to Canada? I swear she's like an immigrant.
I'm not sure, you know. I heard that as well, but then I saw that she was from here. She's just like her background is like Brazilian or something. I don't
Oh,
fucking know, but like
are those asses? Is her ass real? Because her ass be
I don't
looking.
think so.
Okay, all right.
I don't think it's real, but like
Okay.
it's huge. I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind having that.
she's only 20 with a huge ass. I
Yeah.
find that very
She has a
suspicious.
nice body, but yeah,
Oh,
so
I just want to say the reason why a lot of you mad is because she got the complexion for the protection. Get it
that,
right.
yeah, it's
Get it
true.
right.
It is true. She got away with a lot of this. Like this only reason if an ugly person did this, they would not have gotten clout for this many years. They would not have ended up in a Drake video, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm acknowledging the fact that she's very pretty and so is
Mhm.
Chroma's, but they're both just fucking stupid. Like
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
yeah.
I'm surprised they actually got her out of the Drake War video. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he ended up taking her out, to be
I'm
honest.
actually surprised she brought this amount of press to something so minute. There's
Yeah.
been worse killings that should have had more press behind it. Now
Well,
a girl
maybe
throwing a
the
chair,
killings weren't hot.
I
This is
guess.
what the world has come to. It's a
I
fuck.
guess. They went so serious about some girl throwing a chair over a balcony and people are angry.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't really care. I just walked into my kitchen. I saw the TV playing. I was like, oh, she got off.
Yeah,
Oh,
like I
she
didn't think
got
it's
off,
like
but
it's stupid, but it's not that severe. I think everyone is hating because she's pretty and she got attention from it because she's pretty. I think that's why
yeah,
everyone hates. Like it is stupid, don't get me wrong. It was a wrong thing to do, but there is worse shit that happens that like
exactly.
she could have honestly stayed in the Drake music video.
Yeah, she said she couldn't find. Yeah, they're saying she can't find a job. I'm like, what's she doing? She selling
She doesn't
pussies?
even need one.
What's she
She's
doing?
fucking verified on Instagram now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she doesn't need one. She probably gets sponsorships galore.
Oh, so she's good.
Yeah,
Fuck
she's
it.
fine. She's literally talking about it ruined my life. It did not ruin your life, girl. You made it from this.
She clouded up.
Yeah,
She clouded up.
exactly.
And I take back the comment. She's not selling pussy. I was being crazy. I got being crazy.
I mean, like, yeah, yeah. Anyways, on to this next local story.
Yeah. So I was on my Instagram feed I think yesterday, and I saw some guy that I was following. I posted this in his IG story of a fellow Torontonian woman. She is now accusing music producer Matthew Anning. I don't know if I spelled his name right. Anningon
Yeah.
for sexually assaulting her, and she's also accusing Langston Francis, who did not sexually assault her, but she has information from others, and especially Matthew telling her before he sexually assaulted her that Langston was out here raping chicks as well. Allegedly, this is all alleged. This is all accusation.
Yeah.
So I sat down, and I'm gonna be honest with you. First 15 minutes is all you really need. Everything else is just her.
Honestly, I saw it was 45 minutes and I exited. I didn't
Yeah,
watch.
I did the first 15 minutes, 14 minutes. She gets out the story. The other 30 is just her going through her like trauma, exerting, ranting about the whole thing. And I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, so she was saying that she walked up or she was invited over by Matthew for music purposes, and one thing led to another, and she said she was sexually assaulted or quote unquote coerced into doing some sexual things. She said that there's no penetration, so you could dwindle down what possibly could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, she walked out, and she didn't believe she was sexually assaulted until she, I guess, thought it over and spoke to her friends. And her friends told her that she was sexually assaulted, and then she went through a whole bunch of emotions that led her to do that IG story and tell the world and put them on blast.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I guess she's the face of sexual assault right now in Toronto, which is
Yeah.
cool.
This is giving me real Toronto abusers vibes. We need that to come back.
But there's a face to it now.
Oh, there is?
Oh, no. I mean,
Oh,
she
you
is the
mean,
fifth. She's the
wow, I'm
fifth.
an idiot. Sorry, guys. I fucked up that whole thing.
Yeah, she is the fifth. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, she also posted like a news report talking about how Langston Francis has been accused, and she says that this is not for clout, but she has a petition that she's trying to get people to sign to get Langston Francis removed from Sony Music.
Yeah,
Although
because he's like
Langston
on the way to
Francis,
blow up.
yeah,
Well, not blow up, but like he's getting big.
yeah. Although Langston Francis, and I quote, did not touch this woman in particular, she says she has proof or screenshots of people admitting that they were sexually assaulted and or raped allegedly by Langston Francis. And this Matthew dude, he apparently checked himself into rehab because he said that he was on heavy drugs during the time of the sexual assault. So this is all very unfortunate situation that's going on. I hope that this woman finds justice, and once she finds justice or through the legal action, I hope she finds closure from within. Because even if these guys do go to jail, it doesn't necessarily mean you will find closure. You still have to do that from within.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Very true. Yeah.
And she's very angry with men. I don't want to hinder this too much. I'm gonna be brief on this. A lot of times, women in particular, or other guys in particular, like to do the whole monolith thing and kind of say that men are some type of men need to do better. Like, nigga, get off my balls. I didn't do shit.
Yeah,
I'm talking about myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
and other people like myself. Like, fuck out of here. Don't tell me to do better.
It's not fair to categorize all men like that, but I guess when like she's in the moment of feeling these emotions, I can understand where she's coming from. And I think the thing with like things like sexual assault and stuff, and even rape and stuff like that, is like it's not black and white. Like it's so like there's so like the fact that like she didn't think she was, and then when she spoke to her friend, she was like, oh shit, I was. Like that's scary, you know, because it's like not for nothing, but like what if I was to go and tell my friends about a sexual encounter that I had at a time where I wasn't sure if it was sexual assault? I thought it was normal. You know what I mean? And then it turns out I was sexually assaulted, whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like kind of the scary thing is like, you could have been sexually assaulted and you wouldn't really know. And everyone has a different view on what it is, you know? So it's just so like shitty.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. This is the times that we live in, so be safe and do your part.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up, guys? It's No Better Nina here with you real quick before we get back into this week's episode to remind you to support your local businesses now more than ever. For all of y'all within the GTA, here's one you should definitely check out. Curved Paradise, located at 4000 Steeles Avenue West, specializes in non-invasive and non-surgical body sculpting treatments to enhance your natural curves. Some of the services they provide are fat reduction, skin tightening, cellulite treatments, and non-invasive butt and breast lifts. Listen, I've checked them out for myself, and the results just after my first session alone were amazing. They helped me get those abs I always talk about that I was dying to get, and they're not just for the ladies. Fellas, they can help y'all out too. Be sure to check out their package deals to save some money by visiting their Instagram at curved_paradise and use my code NINA10 for 10% off when booking. That's NINA10. Now back to the pod. Anyway, so in pop culture news, we have had an interesting
react. I want you to react.
Okay. We have had an interesting thing happen here that I am very I know this is not true, okay? I know Tory Lanez did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion. There is no way he did that. And if he did, it was definitely an accident. Like, he didn't realize the safety was off or something. There's no way that Tory would do that. Like, I don't know him like that, but, like, I know him like that. You know? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just crazy. Like, so Megan comes out after all the rumors happen, and she posts her thing on IG, and she specifically says, like, I was intentionally harmed. And then her caption was like, I'm going to be careful with who I keep my energy around. Then her best friend comes out saying it wasn't me who did it, but this person did it intentionally. Then Megan's producer and bodyguard come out. The producer tags Tory saying, count your fucking days, and then deletes the tweet. And then the bodyguard is saying like, if you know me and you know her well enough, you know why I wasn't there or something. I don't know, some weird coded message. And I was like, what the fuck? But
I'm
like,
not quite sure.
What I'm curious about is, so none of them are cooperating with the police, Megan or her friend. Mind you, it was only Megan and her friend in the car with Tory. Everybody knows that it was just them three. Kylie wasn't there, like nobody else was there. It was just those three there. So I just think it's interesting. Like, it's not snitching if it was just you three in the car. Like, I don't think that's snitching at all, because everybody can correlate, and the gun was found on Tory. Everyone's going to make their assumption already. So it's not snitching if that really did happen. So, and if this was a case of, like, technically, I guess, would that be considered domestic violence? I don't know. It would be violence against women. So, like, technically, if you want to speak out on violence against women, which Megan is here for women's rights, you would think she would do that now. So this is why I feel like them not cooperating, something's missing. They're keeping something out of the story on purpose to make Tory look like he did this shit when I know he didn't.
I feel like Megan flipped on Tory like good morning pancakes. She has
Good morning pancakes.
She has flipped on Tory because what she told the cops initially. All right, let's break this down. What she told the cops initially was that she cut her foot on glass, right?
Exactly.
And we're like, damn, it sucks. And we thought a loud noise had happened. That's why they ended up arresting Tory and charging him with gun possession. So we just thought one thing didn't necessarily correlate.
And they were all still in the car together at the time of the arrest.
Mm-hmm. And then something comes out saying that she was attacked. So, and something against her, she was attacked against her. And I figured, okay, she was shot or she was attacked, and Tory Lanez protected her with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
That story turns left after she said she was shot herself. And they were like, okay, Tory Lanez had the gun. She was shot. What happened?
And why would he shoot her in the foot of all places? Like, that's such a random spot to shoot someone.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Apollo P's prediction is, I feel this is what happened. Tory Lanez was on, not Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion was on some dumb girl shit. She was drunk. She got the gun. She might have been playing with it. Tory Lanez, yo, chill, relax. And they were started tussling with the gun.
Yes.
And then maybe the shit went off, ricocheted off something into her foot. She didn't get shot. Apparently it was like either she got shot or some fragments went into her foot. That loud noise caused for people to call the police, and they're in the car trying to figure things out, like what story to tell. Because when you do get shot and go to the hospital, they automatically start an investigation, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when they pulled over and she said she cut her flat foot on some glass, that was the best excuse they could have got to, because it wouldn't cause an investigation to happen because she wasn't shot, quote unquote.
That's actually a really good theory, and that really could be what happened. But it's just crazy because, well, I guess the good thing is because no one's cooperating, they can't necessarily prosecute any charges against Tory, which is good. But like it just bothers me so much because, like, Tory worked so fucking hard to get to where he is now. Like, literally everybody in like Toronto and the GTA has watched him from his inception back in like 2009. So like we've all seen it, and like we've all been waiting for it to get big, and then finally the beef gets squashed with Drake, and like it's like, all right, shit is actually moving on up for him, like he's getting what he deserves, and then it's like, boom, this shit happens. Like, why? Like, I'm actually mad about it. Like, why? Just leave the guy alone. Like,
I honestly don't think he did. A part of me doesn't feel like this story makes sense enough to Tory Lanez even being frustrated enough to shoot Megan.
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. None.
And the fact that, I asked this on Twitter, and I was like, what's stopping Megan from telling the truth? And then people are probably saying street politics is probably, but is she really in the, well, I mean, the music business is the streets, all right? Just don't get it fucked up. I guess she doesn't want to lose the street audience by cooperating. And if that's the case, huh?
Yeah, but I don't even think that would even happen because, like I said, I think it would be her speaking out against violence on women. And I think if this really did happen, but like, and I think that's why I don't personally think, because somebody did bring that up to me, but I don't personally think it would cause an issue.
Mm. You'll be surprised what the audience and people on the internet will consider snitching nowadays,
Yeah.
especially with the whole 6ix9ine coming out, getting the bag after, ratting on his folks.
Yeah, well,
It's tough out here, man.
know, Tori, we know you didn't fucking do it.
Yeah.
I want to, I want to know what he has to say about it.
I don't think he's gonna speak because them girls put him in a terrible light. They flipped on him like
They
some
started
pancakes,
their,
man.
yeah, they started their whole narrative. Remember we talk about how starting the narrative, like
Yeah.
they did it. They started
Or,
their narrative. I don't
or
like them anymore, you know? Well, I don't
this,
really know Megan's friend, but I don't like Megan no more.
they said there's a video of of what happened, which
Yeah. And that's the only thing that cops can potentially use. If that video shows something, then they'll be able to see, but like I don't fucking know.
me neither. All right, so I had a field day with this. I objectively hated Nick Cannon after watching his whole Cannon class because one thing the internet does is show something and then tell you something else. So the video that was circulating over the internet of why Nick Cannon was fired was totally not the clip that actually got him fired.
Okay.
Right? So he got fired over anti-Semitic remarks and comments that put forth anti-Semitic and propaganda,
Rhetoric.
hateful
Yeah.
yes. So things he said is that the Jewish people in the banking, the power that the Jewish people have, and
The media.
and how black people are the original Jews and
Mhm.
things of that nature. So those type of things are the same type of propaganda rhetoric that helped Hitler back in the day to, I guess, cultivate the people of Germany to hate the Jewish people during the time and get what we call the Holocaust, right? So
Yeah.
that type of so when you say stuff like the Jewish people have the power to control and this, that, and there, it now starts a propaganda rhetoric saying that the Jewish people have power over things, and it only builds up a negative or negative representation of those people,
Mhm.
which oftentimes had to come down because that's the same type of propaganda that I had heard their people once in time before in the past. So all right, I don't know why I said all that without even getting to the story. But yeah, Nick Cannon did some stupid shit. Nick Cannon did some stupid shit. And he took an L for it because I don't know what the fuck possessed him to go on that mic and say a whole bunch of shit that possibly isn't true.
Mhm.
You know,
I think that Professor Griff, who he had on the podcast, is what like got him speaking about it, because Professor
yep,
Griff has already been known to make those kind of comments anyways.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I saw like Professor Grips live, IG live, and him saying, what was wrong? There was nothing wrong. He spoke the truth. And I'm sitting back here. So I'm gonna come out and say I've said some, some propaganda things before
No.
about the, about white people. Although that shit's some of the shit's a lie. What Nick Cannon was saying was like white people were savage because of lack of melanin deficiency.
Mhm.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this guy saying? And I don't know why all black people have, or a lot of people think everything that he was saying about white people were true. It's like he spoke the truth about white people. Like, at what point did he speak the truth about white people being inherently savages? And if we're going to talk about, actually, fucking, I'm going too deep. All right, what's your thoughts on this, Nina?
Honestly, I don't really understand it. I'm gonna be so real with you. I
Yeah.
talked about this on hashtag last week as well,
Yeah.
and they were saying that what he said wasn't not true. It was just offensive, and I was like, okay, but like to be honest, I don't really understand it. Like I tried reading what he said. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't fucking know. I tried reading what he said over and over again, and I just I didn't get it. Like I didn't understand.
Nick Cannon, he is a college educated man and he should know better of what is propaganda rhetoric and hateful rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on that hill and he died on that hill, following after Professor Griff and the Nation of Islam rhetoric. A lot of the things that I don't know why he even took it that far.
Yeah, well, that's what I think about it. I'm just confused. However,
Yeah,
because I am confused,
yeah,
I'm sure there's lots of other people who are confused.
Mm-hmm.
You yourself said you didn't understand why people are saying it's true, whatever, right? So what I think is that Viacom shouldn't have dropped him. I think they should have used this as a teaching moment, sat Nick down for a special TV special with this rabbi, for example, that he's doing this podcast with and releasing now, or somebody else of the Jewish community. The owner of Viacom, she's Jewish. He reached out to her, whatever. Like, I think they should have sat him down and educated the rest of us as to why this is wrong and what the issue really is here. Because I know I'm not the only one, or if I'm the only one who doesn't understand, then I'm just stupid. But I know I'm not the only one who doesn't understand it. Like, there's parts that a lot of other people don't understand. So I think that's what they should have done.
Yeah, man. Nick Cannon was stupid for a lot of that whole hour and a half that he had. Fucking idiot.
Did you listen to all of it? I didn't listen to it.
I listened to all of it. I sat down because I wanted to make sure that because like I said, the clip of him saying the melanin deficient people, white people were savages, this, that, and the third. Although that sounds hot, that shit has no fucking merit to it, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are creating books on just propaganda, but I just sat down because I wanted to see what part was hateful. So that whole Jewish and how black people are Hebrew and stuff like that went over my head until I listened to another podcast, Brilliant Idiots, to where they brought that into perspective. It was like, okay, this is why it is hateful, and this is why it's anti-Semitic. And people were kind of figuring out what is anti-Semitic, and it's like people that speak the Semitic language and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all the other stuff, like a lot of the shit was just propaganda, man. It was shit that sound hot, but a lot more people were concerned about the Jewish stuff rather than the white stuff. You could get away with being like extra hateful to white people. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck because he didn't get canceled for that shit. And
it was the Jewish stuff. Yeah, it wasn't anything to do with the white people.
You could talk trash about white people and be like, all right, well, shake it over.
Yeah.
But also he apologized. He folded like freshly washed linens after saying that he wasn't going to.
What do you come up with saying? Like, you see the one first flipped on them like good morning pancakes, folded on him like freshly washed linens.
He folded. He gave like paragraphs and he denounced everything that he said. He took back everything that he said. He was like, that is propaganda, hateful, and it was not true. He took back everything. And I was like, God damn, look at this guy.
And he wants ownership of Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna get that shit back.
I don't know if he's gonna get that either.
I hope that I hope that he's able to, get back on Viacom and they're able to, look past this.
Viacom's been acting stupid though, because even with Teen Mom, so they were supposed to be a baby special for Corey, who has been on The Challenge, and Taylor, who has been on Are You the One and X on the Beach with Corey. So Corey and Taylor were supposed to have a baby special where they were giving birth to their first baby together. Yeah. And it was all good, okay, until literally the day of MTV, which is part of Viacom, decided to pull it. Like, literally the date was supposed to air, a couple hours before it was supposed to air, they pulled it and said they're ending their relationship with Taylor because of comments she made back in 2012 on Twitter. Mind you, these comments were already addressed on Teen Mom the previous season. They addressed it. She made the comments back in 2012, whatever, like stuff about Asian people and Black people, like just like comments and stuff, right? And because Corey is obviously Black and Corey's other baby mama is Black, so her stepdaughter is Black, the three of them sat down and had a conversation about it, and they were fine after that. Everything was fine, everything was solved, whatever. MTV was fine, everything was good, and then all of a sudden the day of, they decide to cut her. It was stupid. Mind you, I don't like this girl, but I do think it was stupid of them to like move like that.
We live in extra sensitive times, so what it looks like is, just to end up, let's put a cap on this conversation. Viacom fired Nick for his stupid propaganda he wanted to put out there, trying to be extra Black. Respect for being extra Black, but you just don't gotta lie on other people and say a whole bunch of bullshit. But Fox took that and was like, we're gonna keep him on to the mask, a show that's probably not doing that great, but they're gonna keep him on and they stand by him because they believe that his apology was sincere. And after apologizing, he has gotten a rabbi, and then he's doing a canon class with them. We're speaking. It looks like they're going to be speaking a lot about things, and they're going to try to Black and Jewish people form together to fight white supremacy, type of unite.
Good.
And that's where we're at right now. And yeah, that's it. And so what? We're going to talk about this August Alsina, who put out this fire track called "Entanglements" with Rick Ross.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it.
Ah, man.
I didn't listen to it. I heard about it, but I didn't listen to it. I just thought it was going to be stupid and it's just going to play on the whole situation. And I'm like, I don't want that. I want real music from August Alsina. So I need to listen to the project or whatever it's called. His album is called, but
Emergency 123 or something.
Yeah. But he was saying, it was funny because he's saying that people claiming that he ruined his marriage, like Will and Jada have so much power that the people who claim that he ruined their marriage, it was affecting August's money and his business partnerships and stuff because businesses didn't want to work with him because they thought it was a homewrecker. That's crazy.
I mean, I think that came to light after, unless the businesses knew what was going on behind the scenes,
maybe
that's why they didn't work with him. Then that means this must have been Hollywood's best kept secret, because Hollywood might have known, but the regular people didn't know. Yeah. But I think that he ruined it for himself in terms of just coming forward, and people don't want to be associated with just people just break. Because marriage, there's one thing. Marriage is still held on like a high pedestal. Yeah, in terms of perception of people. So you go into someone's marriage home and breaking shit up and sleeping with their wife. Yeah, that sounds cool for being a rapper and stuff like that. But in real life, man, Will and Jada, them good people, man. And perception, and when they did the whole Red Table Talk, they made you seem like August, the way that he came about it anyways, he said it with such cryptic language, and then Jada kind of was straightforward, and then after that, August was like, okay, yeah, this is what happened, and then it's like, come on, bitch. Oh, my fault. I don't know. No. I wasn't even trying to be like, August, come on, August. You could have said it with your whole chest rather than giving us a long ass paragraph, and the last two sentences was like you confirming it, like talking about crystals and energies and shit like that. Come on, bro. I know you better than that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know him at all, but I just know him, but he's better than that.
Yeah, that's okay. It's like I know Tory, but I don't know him. Yeah. But yeah, so basically that happened. Let's skip over this Chrissy shit because I want to get into the Kanye West stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm on the hate train of Chrissy Teigen. Fuck Chrissy Teigen, get her out of here.
I don't think she did anything wrong. I think after watching the documentary, she might have just flown to the island on a one-time thing, just like other celebrities. I can't remember their names did, and the victims testified that nothing happened when certain celebrities flew there for a one-time thing. I
just want her out of here. She's a nasty person, man.
Why?
How you block a million people on Twitter?
I don't know.
How you have that type of energy? That is a nasty person right there.
I don't know.
And she got my man Academics out of here, man. I don't like her.
What did she do to Academics?
I don't know. She might have pressed the button and got him suspended from Complex for like 2 days. But
got him suspended from what?
Complex.
Oh.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, man. I'm on the hate train, man. I'm riding with Academics. This is clearly a bias.
I fucking hate Academics. Anyways, so Kanye, let's get to Kanye. Because I said, what the fuck is Kanye doing? Because last week, so the week before he's saying he's running for president, then he's saying he's dropping out, and then he registers to run for president again. So I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And then he goes on this rally, and oh my God, so much happened. I will say this to start.
Yeah.
I used to think it was all funny and shit. Yeah. I will admit to that. And I used to think like the bipolar shit wasn't real. Yeah. But like seeing what happened at the rally and the aftermath, I'm like, no. He's not okay. Like I don't like he actually needs help.
No, I don't see. I had thought about this. I was like, why do people just automatically just want to put this man in some mental illness? It's just because it's a trendy thing to say.
No. He was diagnosed.
I thought he was misdiagnosed. He really had sleep.
Man, he's really diagnosed. Your
sleep depression or depravity or some shit like that.
No, he's really diagnosed, and for 2 years, I think it's been 2 years now. I didn't believe it. I thought the Kardashians were just trying to cover up for his antics, but after seeing the rally, I'm like, no, I believe this shit.
All right, so I saw the rally, and let me just say this. So he said. He saw something kind of wild about Harriet Tubman, right? And a lot of people weren't feeling it, dog. They weren't feeling it. But here, this guy is 17 years old. He goes by the name NLE Chopper.
I saw this.
Right? And he says, I think y'all misunderstood what Kanye said. But at the same time, I don't know till he explains himself. I think he's saying, yes, Harriet Tubman freed the slaves, but we still was under the whites. We didn't own any land, jobs, anything. Basically free in our eyes, but the system's still against us.
Mm-hmm.
And so this guy's 17 years old, right? If he's able to come to that type of, which really actually seems like a valid point.
Yeah.
If you really want to go that deep into it, but
it does seem like a valid point, but then this brings us back to where we were like a year ago when we were fighting over Kanye, because why do we always have to fucking decipher what he's saying? Why can't he just say it the way it's supposed to be said?
Remember how I say things and they don't come out right? But
yeah,
I might be right.
But like what? Like I just don't understand. Thing. Like this is a trend with Kanye. We just have to keep doing it every time he says something. We have to dig deeper and be like, oh, he didn't mean it that way. But like, I think what's crazy was just like what he was saying on Twitter afterwards, like how he was at the rally and openly admitted to obviously him and Kim wanting to abort North, and then did you hear that?
Yeah, he was like, I almost killed my daughter, bro.
Yeah, and he was like crying and screaming. And I was like, what the fuck?
I don't want to laugh. That's pretty serious.
And then I was like, which one? Because I'm like, was it North or was it Chicago? But then he said it was North. And then, yeah, on Twitter, he's going in on Kris Jenner and KANYE, a.k.a. Corey Gamble, and fucking, and Kim, he's like saying how Kim tried to fly to Wyoming right after the rally and put him in with a doctor and lock him up, which, I mean, I don't think would be a bad idea at this rate, but she was saying that, and then he's like how the network, E-Network, is the reason. So him and Kim haven't been living together for a while now. He's been
I figured. Yeah.
And then apparently that is the network's fault. They don't want them living together anymore, like in close proximity, or they don't want Kanye. Something to do with productions for keeping up with the Kardashians, I guess. Yeah. And then fucking, yeah, he started going on, oh, I do all this for my kids because I never want to make North's mom sell her sex tape, referencing Kris Jenner selling Kim's sex tape, something along those lines. And I was like, whoa, this guy is taking it way too fucking far. And then he's talking about, I love my wife, but, and like, I'm just like, yo, they're gonna get divorced. She's gonna divorce him.
No. They're going to be together.
No. I think they're going to get divorced. Kim does not play with her image. Like, I think they're going to get divorced. And I saw, like, obviously we don't know how true these articles are, but I saw on the Snapchat, like, TMZ thing, how sources were saying, like, the sad thing, the reason she's so upset is because North is old enough to see that and understand. She's going to be at that age where she understands what he means when he's saying I almost killed my daughter. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, I get it. And apparently the sources are saying she's ready for a divorce, but like, I don't know how true that is, but I truly feel like they're going to get divorced.
Kim is what you call a ride or die. I've been standing by Kim saying that she's riding for this man. She's there. She's there. She is what Will and Jada are trying to be. I don't know where I was going with this.
What the fuck? No, I don't. I think they're going to get divorced. And I think, like, because you know what's crazy to me is, like, why is Kanye bringing up the sex tape now as if it was some huge issue when I vividly remember he was talking about when they first started dating in the episodes. Listen, I've been watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians from the beginning. He was talking about in the beginning.
I know. I just keep going. Ignore me.
He fell in love with Kim. Like he's been in love with Kim. And it took 10 years of them being friends for them to finally end up together. And he told Kim how he used to jerk off to the sex tape. So why now, all of a sudden, it's a fucking problem? Like, that's what, for me, that's what I wouldn't like. Like, you're using something against me that the whole world has been using against me for years, and you know that, and you see me work my ass off to get this far, and you actually enjoyed what you're getting at me for. So, I would be pissed off at that, too.
I don't necessarily think he's using it. I think in reference it, he was like, you know what? I guess that's a slight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a slight.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna make it.
I think so. I think they are gonna make it. I have faith that Kim popped out. They got 4 kids, right?
4, yeah.
4 kids for this man. Well,
she popped out 2.
She popped out 2?
Yeah, the other 2 were surrogates.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she couldn't hold any more babies.
What? Why? Why?
Something to do with her internal, like the way her body was inside, like it wouldn't be able to hold two more. She had a really hard time with Saint.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't it good I know everything because I watched
Yeah.
the show?
They got 4 kids together, right? That's something that you work towards. You work is like you know, a girl knows who she gonna have kids with. A girl's willing to like, yeah, I'm gonna pop out a kid for this man, and she did it 4 times. So that means she's madly in love with this man. And yeah, he might be off the screw loose, but before we move on, I had watched a Times interview that he did with Times magazine 5 years ago, and he said he didn't care about his legacy. He's only cared about his family, and that he believes that every time he says a bit of the truth, right, he breaks the internet. And he doesn't. He's this is what he is. He speaks for. He goes forward, and he's strong-minded, and he's very a kind-hearted person. That's why Kim loves him, because he's very kind and honest. But
very honest, a little too honest, I think.
So, but she knows who her man is, right? You don't pop out 4 kids for someone and not know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's crazy. And like, so there was that one girl he yelled at during the rally because she asked a question, or she corrected him, sorry, on his facts. First, she asked a question on stage when he brought her up there about gun reform. Then after she got off stage, she continued, like he was speaking, and she continued to correct him out loud, and then he flipped out on her. Do you want to be like that guy at TMZ? And then he's like, we can't even see your face. And then she takes off her mask, and she's like, now you can see my face. But she was like, literally 10 minutes earlier, a white girl did the same thing and called her up on stage and hugged her. So a lot of people were quick to jump to the whole, like, he's anti-black and he's misogynistic, which I don't know, I wouldn't jump to that with that. Personally, I wouldn't really jump to that, but a lot of people were jumping to that, and they were just saying, like, for him, a lot of people in the comments as well were saying pray for him, but also like take your meds and stop weaponizing your mental health as an excuse to go out in the public and infiltrate society with these things, because in a sense this is what Donald Trump does. He says shit that's not right, or like that's super outlandish, and he gets like, and look how many there was white supremacists before Donald Trump, I get that, but they weren't, like, not all of them were as open as they are now, like, you know what I mean? So like, I just think it's just like insane. And he's talking about his presidential platform. He doesn't have any funding. He wants other countries to pay for it. Wants to give everyone who has a baby $1 million. Yeah, okay. He wants I think it's I don't know, some country starts with an I and another country to fund it, and I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Hey man, you already, if you're listening to this, all of this, you could come down to consensus that Americans are liars.
Yeah, America is a wild place.
Megan out here lying on a Canadian.
Yes.
Nick Cannon lying on Jews and whites.
Yes.
Kanye West lying on shit, on historical facts.
Yes. They're all liars.
All liars.
Look at their country. It's a fucking disaster.
People are liars, man. Is anything else you want to end off this Kanye?
No, that's it. It's too much of a headache. That's it.
All right. So people also came at James Harden for me, it didn't really seem, it just seemed like an American flag that was blue, but
no, it was a Blue Lives Matter. Well, that's what the Blue Lives Matter flag is a blue lives. It's a blue American flag. He was wearing the mask. Everyone was pissed. Well, Trey Songz was pretty pissed at him. He said it's clown shit. I'm going to say it for everyone who's scared too. Yeah. Meek Mill and Young Thug were like, no, he doesn't have social media. He just didn't know. I'm sitting there like, did none of his teammates tell him? Because I know they know before that picture hit the internet. And
I didn't know.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. But James was like, he's like, I actually didn't know. I just thought it was cool because it covered my whole beard. And I was like, but you don't even have a Finsta? Like, I'm sure you have a Finsta. Not everybody, I don't have a Finsta, but like a lot of people have Finstas. I don't know. That's what I thought. But yeah. Justin Bieber has been given permission by the judge to subpoena Twitter to identify sexual assault accusers.
Get these lying assholes out of here, man.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
It's a good thing. And also quickly, I just wanted to say I was fucking right. Big Sean did care about Naya Rivera dying, and he posted about it, and I just wanted to say I was right. See, I think maybe it is a normal thing when you really love people, like, even though you're not in a relationship with them anymore, like, you could still have love for them. Can you get in a relationship and tell me? Like, get in a relationship and then break up and then tell me.
All right. Give me a couple years.
I don't have time. I want to know by next week. Okay, somebody, anybody, for you guys who have been in relationships, like, just tell me if you break up with someone and it wasn't on bad terms. Like, you could still have love for them. I mean, Naya and Big Sean were kind of on bad terms. But.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She lied on dude, took what? Kept his watch?
I don't know what went down really, but yeah, he still spoke on it. So, yeah.
All right, man. And then here, quick bike news.
Yes. All right.
Russ donated $500K to 10 black-owned organizations.
Yay.
That's good. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I like that. Migos are suing their attorney for malpractice because they feel like they were cheating out of money. You know what? When you're getting money, you don't know if you're being cheated of money. It's only when you're not getting that much money, you go like, hey, money don't look right no more.
That's true.
Yeah. So remember, folks, it's not their business to teach you business. You got to learn business on your own. Biracial rapper Logic says that he's going to retire after his next album and focus on being a father. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We need more biracial fathers in the household.
Yes. And
also, yeah, this is... A lot of people don't like to say it, but congratulations to the queen, Nicki Minaj, on having her firstborn seed. Well, she's conceiving her first. She's pregnant with her first seed, and I love to see it. I wanted her to get pregnant a long time ago.
I just hope she stops hating on Cardi now, and she can be like, you know what? Now I match you. I finally have my family. I'm still in the game. We can be friends, and we can make music. Hopefully that will happen. I saw a funny joke on the internet that said the baby's dad is not going to be allowed to be left alone with the baby because he's a registered sex offender.
Yo, that tweet! I saw that tweet. That shit hurt me. Like I've never seen a tweet, and I was like, "Fuck that."
Is that actually true though?
He has to register. He had to register in California.
No, but like he actually can't hang out with the baby alone because of that.
Honestly, I don't know the whole scope of how like the whole sex offender thing goes. But he has his own kids, so I'm pretty sure he hangs with his kids too, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
anyways, hey, what's up, guys? It's No Better Nina here with you real quick before we get back into this week's episode to remind you to support your local businesses now more than ever. For all of y'all within the GTA, here's one you should definitely check out. Curved Paradise, located at 4000 Steeles Avenue West, specializes in non-invasive and non-surgical body sculpting treatments to enhance your natural curves. Some of the services they provide are fat reduction, skin tightening, cellulite treatments, and non-invasive butt and breast lifts. Listen, I've checked them out for myself, and the results just after my first session alone were amazing. They helped me get those abs I always talk about that I was dying to get, and they're not just for the ladies. Fellas, they can help y'all out too. Be sure to check out their package deals to save some money by visiting their Instagram at curved_paradise and use my code NINA10 for 10% off when booking. That's NINA10. Now back to the pod.
Yeah,
anyways,
that shit hurt. That shit hurt me. Yeah. Where? Yeah.
You want me to start it?
Yeah, we got 9 minutes.
Yeah, 7 minutes. 9 or 7?
9.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, basically, a judge who was assigned to the Jeffrey Epstein case, her son was killed by alleged FedEx workers who weren't FedEx workers. They were disguised as FedEx workers literally days after she was assigned the case. And her husband was also shot. He's alive, but the son died.
Yo, people want to say this is the evil people that I really want this case shut and gone and disappeared. For someone to dress up as like FedEx workers and to shoot at your family, allegedly over the Epstein stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And I just feel so bad for... Did you watch the documentary or no?
I didn't watch it. I still didn't want to watch that man's freaky behavior, man. Should I watch it? Are you recommending it? Should I
Yeah,
watch it?
watch it.
I'll watch it tomorrow.
I'll watch it because yeah, I just think it's just so like I just feel bad for the girls, like the victims who never really got their closure with it.
Yeah.
Like they wanted to go to Jeffrey. It's the ones who couldn't make the court dates and the ones who didn't get to speak at the court dates literally wanted to go to Jeffrey when he was in the fucking prison and tell him what he did to them. Like they wanted to show him, like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm that bitch that you raped when I was fucking 14. Like, look at where I am now. You said I was going to be nothing and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, like all that stuff. And like these girls never got that closure. And literally when they found out he died, they're like, what the fuck? This guy doesn't even have to fucking suffer anymore. Like, this isn't fair. So
Some people may say having a death on suicidal watch is a sudden death.
it's not
Being hung. He hung himself, right?
allegedly. I don't believe that.
That's pretty suffering enough. But like I say, and I'm always gonna say, closure comes from within. Even if you were sentenced to 100 years,
That's true.
you still gotta take this time to have closure from within.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, hey,
yeah, I feel bad for them.
Yeah, man, your family dying, like that's not something that your family dying for something that you're doing, which is to push a case forward. Is they're so like not involved. It's like guilty by association.
Exactly. And which is funny to me because when Alex Acosta was originally assigned the case back in 2006, I think, like nothing happened with him. He actually, funny enough, this could be why, well, maybe he's also just fucked in the head, but this could be why he gave Jeffrey the deal he gave him back then in 2006, because he made a deal with Jeffrey before the court date even happened. So when the court date happened, nobody got to testify, nothing. The victim showed up and they're like, all right, this is the deal for Jeffrey. This is what he gets, the end. And that's it. And so, and then he ended up becoming Secretary of Labor or whatever it is for Donald Trump. He had to resign because of all the backlash from that. But maybe that's why he gave him that deal that he did.
Hey man, a lot of people say there's a lot of evil people out there in the world that have enough power to get you touched.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Donald Trump that's doing this now. Yeah. Just watch the documentary.
Oh, okay.
It is Donald, for sure.
The
president of the United States
is out here sending
people.
Fuck.
I'm telling you, because he's wrapped up in it. Jeffrey has tapes of him and shit doing this stuff.
Damn.
Jeffrey specifically told one of the victims how, and she talks about it, how he purposely recorded. There's cameras in every part of his island, his house, everything, recording everything, because he wanted to blackmail people. If people wanted to use it against him, he would say, no, well, I have this tape of you doing this, and use it against them. So
yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, very.
That's very fucked up.
Super.
All right, man. Justice for these victims, man. Stop human trafficking. That shit nasty.
Yeah.
And I guess we ended off like this. Bill 9, the science guy, gives us information on how the color of our skins change it, right? We all started from the central hub, which is Africa, and we all dispersed through the world and through the different vitamin D rays that we get from our skin. We start to get less of it due to the fact that we're not inside the sun as much, and some of us have lighter skin tones, and the other of us have darker skin tones just to help protect us from the UV rays that the sun provides us. And we're all the same species. It's just don't let the skin change. Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Whatever.
And that was a failed science lesson brought to you by Apollo P.
I'm out here talking all of this shit. People be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. We had Nick Cannon talking about white people are savages because they lack melanin deficiency.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, that's pretty much our episode.
All right, then. Hey, if you were educated, all right. No, let me try this again. And that has been another episode of the Educated and Reckless Hold on, one more time. That has been another episode of the Educated and Reckless podcast with your host Apollo P and
No Better Nina.
And if you enjoyed our educational conversations, thank you. If you enjoyed our reckless rhetoric, thank you again. We'll be back next week for more conversations on everything under the sun except for sex.
Well, we did talk about that once, but I don't think I could talk about it anymore since I'm in a relationship.
Oh, you can't.
I'll
You
ask
can't.
him. I'm joking. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.